Hi, welcome to the Conscious Spirit. I'm Pam.
I'm Mary Lynn. Together we are TCS,
TCF, Everyday Psychic.
Everyday Psychics.
We didn't quite say that in unison, but we said it.
When we're on Zoom, it's very difficult to be
It's
in unison.
very different, yes.
There is that time lag, and
Yes.
we may never be in unison.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Even though we always open sacred space before we do
Mm-hmm.
And so we are very connected right now. We're in
Yes.
that space together. But then you have the bizarre technical thing that separates us.
The technical dimension.
I like that. Yes, the technical dimension, which is different than the 3D.
Yes.
So we have 3D technical dimension, and then the psychic realms, or
and then all those other delicious dimensions.
Delicious. I like that. All right. So we get this question a lot. So we actually have pages of questions, and we love questions. We're teachers. We've been doing this a long time, and we want to bring the answers to you. Spirit wants to use us in that way, to bring those answers, to give people answers to their questions.
To clear up some concepts, to help bring some clarity.
To help get you on the path. Yes. What were you going to say? I interrupted.
No idea.
Threw you out. You'll come back up if you.
Okay.
We do this to each other all the time. As those of you who watch us, you know that.
And it'll
come back if needed. So, one of the questions that we get asked a lot is, can you tell if I'm psychic? Or am I psychic? So,
or how do I know if I'm psychic?
Yes. All the above. Those are questions that we get asked all the time.
Yeah.
So the first thing that I want to say to that is, I know this is an old saying, but it's absolutely true, that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So we are here in this physical form, in our devas, and we have an ego. That's all 3D stuff. We also have that soul. We have a soul. We have those energetic pieces. And that's more of us than actually the physical part, than our deva and our ego. So being asked, am I psychic, or any of those questions about, everyone has the ability to tap into their soul and that spiritual part of them. What your journey is in this lifetime, we have no idea. So we don't know what form that's going to take. We don't know how that's going to play out. But yes, kind of, yeah. I mean, it's a yes and no answer, right? Am I psychic? Or can I tell if you're psychic? No, not really.
Not just by looking at you, certainly.
No.
Yeah. We don't have like little halos above our heads or
little antennae. But we understand what you're asking. So when you ask us, can you tell if I'm psychic? What we think you're really asking us is, I feel like I have something going on here and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. I see things, or I hear things, or I'm just a little different than other people that are around me. I'm really drawn to the paranormal, or I'm drawn to these things. So really, that's what we think you're asking is, what do I do with this? And can you tell me what to do with this?
Yeah.
And so Do you want to start with that, Marilyn, or?
Yeah, what I would like to say very simply to that is if you're asking that question, find a teacher.
Yeah.
Find someone that you're comfortable with, someone that you can talk freely with, that you can ask questions and be comfortable with the answer, or even questioning the answer that you're given. That's one thing that I know Pam and I both pride ourselves on, is being questioned when we give an answer. That person that questions what we're saying to get more information.
Curiosity.
Curiosity. The deeper you can go, the more information you can gather for yourself. Because it's really none of my business if you're psychic or not. That is really a journey for you to discover. And that's partly why we're here, right, Pam, is to help these people discover that.
And also, what does psychic mean to you? Because it means something different to everyone. If looking at us, if that means, if you look at us and say, oh, they're psychic. Am I psychic? Well, does that mean you think it should look like what we do or what someone else does? You know, what does that mean to you to be psychic? Is really the big umbrella.
Huge umbrella. Really huge. Yeah.
So, you know, in the description of all of our videos, we have 2 psychics, whatever, 2 psychics react, 2 psychics talk, etc.
Yeah.
And we are paranormal mediums. We are multidimensional energy healers. We are all of those things under the big umbrella of being psychic. So,
and for me, because some people might go, well, gosh, I don't really know what being psychic means.
Yes.
For me, being psychic means that I open myself up to tapping into spirit. I open myself up to the dimensions that run through spirit, and opening myself up to reading the energy that's associated with all of it.
Yes.
And within that are all these different areas that
it's about, and it's about the spiritual journey, is about the journey. Something that, you know, we always talk about, find a good teacher, and you need to do a lot of healing. And that's the way we believe it's done. That's the way we've been guided to be in our lives, and to teach that, and as healers. So to tap into, we are both human and spirit. So to bring those together and walk that journey together is really what this is about. I have no idea. If you ask me, am I psychic? I don't know what you mean by that. Really. Do you have abilities within your spirit self? Sure. I think we all do. But it's tapping into those particular gifts and healing. You have to heal. As soon as you take this spiritual journey, Spirit's going to say, okay, time to own your shit. Time to take responsibility for your life. Time to move forward. And believe me, when you heal, Spirit always rewards you with more gifting and a higher purpose, and that higher vibration, and more sense of who you are and what you're here to do.
Exactly.
So, if you're,
and sorry, I just want to interject that even if intuition is as far as your gifting goes,
it can be a beautiful thing.
intuition is so beautiful, and that's the seed. That's
Yes.
where all of it begins.
Yes.
It might not be your journey to go any further than that intuition.
Right.
But even with that, the healing and the teacher and it
Yes.
all
Yes.
matters.
My husband and our youngest son are incredibly intuitive. It's like I sit there and I like jaw drop so many times. They are so intuitive and they want no more than that. And that's okay. That's what they've chosen to do. And that's that spiritual part of themselves that they're bringing together with their human self. And they're walking that path of being incredibly intuitive. And it's beautiful. Could they, from there, learn and develop into more, higher abilities, more psychic type abilities, with their clairs? Yes, absolutely they could, but they don't want to. And that's okay. That's a beautiful thing, like you just said, on its own.
Yeah.
Now, my oldest son, he's more like his mom and wants to develop and etc. So he does. But it's your personal choice what you want to do with that. It doesn't just look one way. So
not at all.
And I guarantee you start working with a teacher, you start healing, you start learning about your energy and how energy works and moving the energy and how to use that energy, etc. And it's going to take you down a path that you didn't know about.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We all thought we wanted one thing, and then you go do that thing, and then you go, ugh, what was I thinking? Like it's just not comfortable in you. Go ahead, Marilyn.
Yeah. In every area, none of it looks the same for two people.
Right. No. Yeah.
Whether it's the intuition, if it's being a medium, if it's being a paranormal medium, if it's being clairvoyant or clairaudient, it's not the same for any two people.
No.
And so it's so personal and individual that, yeah.
Yes. And we need to do, and it's on our list, the difference between a psychic and a medium. Yes. People get confused all the time, or they say psychic medium. It's like,
yeah,
that's like saying, blue, navy blue. Well, what?
Right. You gotta be blue to be a type of blue.
Right. Yes.
But yeah.
So, if you're watching this and you're wondering, are you psychic? Oh, sorry, Marilyn, did you have something you want to say?
You took the words right out of my mouth, so keep going.
If you are watching this because you want to know if you're psychic or what that means, know that you are a spiritual being. You have the ability, if you choose, to tap into those abilities, because we're more spirit than we are human. Find a way to meditate that makes you happy. We have we long time ago, like 6-7 months ago, something like that, we did a short video on what is meditation, and look at that video, because meditation is not just sitting quietly, not talking and whatever. I can't do that to save my life. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Okay, the word meditation is a whole nother big umbrella.
Yes, it is. We have some guided meditations on our channel. Check those out. See if you like that brand of meditation.
Which I want to say, guided meditations are a fabulous, fabulous way to help you discover what your abilities are.
Yes. And
especially
I'm going to say Fred's meditation. Yes, Pam's
and Fred's meditations are.
Because not all guided meditations are created equal.
No, they're not.
They're not. Some are that's just what it is, just a guided meditation. That's all, and you're in it. And it's wonderful. I'm not saying that's all, like it doesn't mean anything, because they're beautiful and lovely. But the ones that Fred brings me are amazing. They help you develop. They help you heal. They bring lots of clarity. They're everything all together in a
Yes.
meditation. And we're going to start doing, part of what we're going to be offering are, I'll be doing the meditations live. So make sure you go to theconsciousspirit.net and sign up for our email list so you
Yes.
know when those are coming and the
Yes.
other classes that we're going to be offering.
Yeah.
So I hope this video helped you today. I know
I hope so.
You know, I know we didn't give you a yes or a no necessarily, but find a teacher. I know we say that all the time, but it's so true. And find one that means something to you. But really, I would start with finding the right types of meditations, I think.
That's a great place to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, you go into learning about your energy and so forth. And of course, we're teachers. You can always, you know, reach out to us, but it doesn't have to be. If you know, we're not saying that everything has to go through us. Find what works for you.
Absolutely.
Which is the biggest thing. What is comfortable for you? What makes your heart sing? What inspires you? What draws you? Oh, there was something else that comes too before we.
Okay.
I have many times, way back when I first started, I would take a class or something, and some sort of spiritual whatever class, and I'd leave, and I'd be like screaming at Fred when we get in the car. It's like, what the hell? You led me to this class, and it was horrible. Oh my gosh. I spent money. I wasted money, blah, blah, blah. And he just sits there and he says, you learned. You always learn. You now know what you don't want. Oh. Oh, it's so important to learn what you don't like. So if you do a meditation, if you do a class, if you look into something and it's not a fit, it's just not a fit for you. That means nothing in the big scheme of things. Other than you now know, okay, that might not be my path. At least for right now, it might not. Spirit might bring it back around to you later. But don't be afraid to say, no, that's not the one. Toss that out. I'm trying something else. Be very curious. Be very open. And you don't have to take everything someone says as gospel. Like if, you know, one person says one thing, I say another, Marilyn says another, which one feels best to you?
And maybe does a combination feel best for you?
Yes. This is not an exact science, as we often say.
No. And multiple things do exist at the same time.
At the same time. Yes.
Yeah.
All things are possible. Yes. And everything is connected. So find really what works best for you, what pulls at your heartstrings and makes you want to be a better person. That's the spirit. So Fred just brought that in. He wants you all to know that you know it's right when you feel like you're being a better person, when you are heeding your highest calling. To be
That's
better.
so true. Yeah.
So is this making you a better person? Are the people in your life making you a better person? Do people come into your life that want to see you be better? All of that. So, and I could totally get off on something else right now, and I'm going to pull back because
that's another video.
Yes. So we hope we answered your questions today. Marilyn, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
If you think you are, get a teacher.
Yeah.
Meditate. Go from there.
Yes.
Ask.
Yes. And define what psychic means to you. Have some sort of idea of what that means to you. And that will change. So, you know, and it's okay to change your opinions. It's okay to think, oh, this is what I thought, but now I'm not so sure. Find the answers. Go out, explore, be curious.
Be curious. Yes.
Your mind. Admit that you were wrong about something. Admit that something didn't work out like you thought it was. You always learn something from every situation. And don't get so rigid that you can't see different opinions or open up to new possibilities. So very good. All right. Well, all right. answered your question. And we will be back with more of these videos. So we're going to try and do them more often.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
And we're trying to really bring to you what you want. So thank you so much to everyone.
Thank you. We appreciate you all.
Of you. Yes. And please, theconsciousspirit.net. Contact us. Tell us you want to be on the email list, and we will once or twice a month send out an email just telling you what our new offerings are. And thank you so much. We are so very grateful for each and every one of you and the opportunity to do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Till
next time.
Bye.
Bye.